welcome to another edition of Balance and Core. My name is Reba, and we are going to be taking things up just a notch in this video. So if you haven't done any of the previous Balance and Core workouts, we do recommend going back and visiting those at least a few times through. Otherwise, if you just want to jump in, that's totally cool too. Just do the best you can, that's all I ask. No equipment needed for today, just a mat. I do recommend having your shoes off. You can leave your socks off too. I'm gonna leave mine on because it's a little chilly when I'm recording this, but we'll get started right away. We'll get started with a bit of a mobility and a dynamic stretching warm up. So we're just gonna start with some quad stretches, grabbing a hold of the shin, ankle or pant leg, whatever you can get a hold of. Just gently squeezing your heel towards your bum, and right away we're testing the balance. So if you're feeling unstable, you can come to a wall or to a shelf, just placing one hand gently on. Otherwise, you can take your opposite hand up, and that's going to give you a little bit more stability here. So we'll spend some time warming up the legs because they tend to work a bit in this class. Next time you're even, you can just shake it out a little bit, and we're going to go into some hip openers. So just lifting one knee up, we're going to draw a big circle in reverse, lower down. We'll lower the foot down, and then we'll switch sides. Good, so just drawing big circles with the knee here, starting to open up the hips, testing the balance again as well. So again, always welcome to come to that wall or shelf if you need it here. Awesome, let's go ahead and switch directions. So just taking that the other way. Good, we'll just go a few more times on each side. Beautiful. Next time you're even, you can just shake it out a little bit. And we're gonna go into a back of the leg stretch. So kicking out on the heel, toes are flexed towards the face. You're gonna hinge from the hips, reach down, scoop up. We'll do a little half arm circle at the top there. Now, rather than reaching for the toes, I encourage you to think of keeping the back straight, lengthening through the spine. And that's gonna allow you to get bit of a bigger stretch on the hamstring versus just rolling over and trying to touch the toe. But we'll just go a few more on each side here. Beautiful. Next time you're even, you can just shake it out a little bit. Go ahead and meet me at the back of your mat. We're going to take a nice big inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Chin to chest. We're going to take a spinal roll down towards the floor. So leading with the head and the shoulders. Pull the belly button in. Allow your knees to softly bend. Beautiful. Go ahead and plant your hands. We're going to walk it out and come into a plank. Good. You're going to hold here for about 10 seconds. Wrist right underneath the shoulders, booty down, crown of the head reaching forward. You're always welcome to come down to the knees too, especially as we're just getting started here. Holding for another 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. You're just going to walk the hands back towards your feet. Beautiful. Bend the knees, rolling all the way up, head comes up last. Good. We're going to do 2 more of those. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms down, chin to chest, roll it down bone by bone. Pulling that belly button in. Good. Once you reach the floor, plant those hands, walk it out, find a plank. Holding for about 10 seconds. Wrist right underneath the shoulders, crown of the head reaching forward, belly button pulling in. Again, always welcome to drop down to the knees here. Just holding for another 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hips go up and back. Walk your hands back to your feet. Excellent. And those knees, roll it up. And we'll go one more on your own. We're going to meet in that plank position. Awesome. Once you find that plank, we're just going to hold here for a few moments. Good, and then we're going to add in a bit of a rotation here. So you're going to bring that left knee towards your left elbow, kick it over towards the outside of the right leg, and then you're just going to walk that left hand up slightly. And on the inhale, we're going to open up, coming into a side plank. We won't be here too long. Beautiful. Go ahead and lower down, unwind. Step that left foot back to meet the right. Same thing, second side. Now remember this movement because we will be coming back to it Right knee to right wrist. Kick that leg through. Open up. Beautiful. Unwind. Come back. Go ahead and drop the knees down. Big toes to touch. Knees open and wide. Send your hips towards your heels. Just stretch it out for a moment. Let that go. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come forward back to your tabletop position. Wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. We're just going to take a few cat-cows here. Exhale to round. And inhale to unwind. Good. 2 more just like that. Round. And unwind. Beautiful. 1 more round. And unwind. Excellent. Come back to that neutral spine. You can take a moment here to grab some water if you need it. We are going to be going into our little circuits here. I'm just going to get the timer set up. We're going to be starting from a tabletop position. So we're going to be here for a while today, so if you have sensitive knees, you can always double up on the mat. You can grab a pad, you can grab a towel. This nice cushy mat that we just got here works really well for this one. So just taking a few moments to adjust as needed. And we will get started here in about 15 seconds with our first movement. We're going to be doing a short plank or a bear plank. Now I'll give you a couple options here. Option 1, starting from this tabletop position, curl the toes under, pull the belly button in, lift knees up. Option 1, you're just going to be holding for maybe 3 to 5 seconds. You're going to come down, take a break, and then come back right into it. Otherwise, if you want to challenge yourself, you've been building all these movements for quite some time, I'm going to encourage you to hold for as long as you possibly can. Now we're going to be here for a minute. That's a long time. So again, take that break when you need it and then just come back to it. We're going to start here in about 3. Draw the belly button in, curl the toes under, 2, and 1. Here we go. You're coming to that short plank. I know, right away today. Now again, if you're doing option 1, I know this can be a bit of an intense movement. You're just going to drop down, take a moment, catch your breath, and then come right back up. Good. Check in with that head. Make sure we're not dropping down here. We want to be lengthening through the crown of the head. And then think of rotating the armpits in towards each other just slightly. Pressing firmly through all knuckles. Good. Again, come down, take that break, uncurl those toes. Yeah, starting to get that heat going here. We have about 20 more seconds. So let's go ahead and come on up if you were taking a little break. Good, you're holding for another 10 seconds. You got it, almost there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, beautiful, drop those knees down right away. You're gonna kick that left leg back towards the wall behind you. Inhale, reach that right arm forward. Good, belly button drawing in, left foot engaged, left glute engaged, excuse me, and your left foot is flexed. So toes towards the floor, heel towards the ceiling. Good, you're holding for another 10 seconds here. Stay with me for another 3. And that's time, beautiful. Go ahead and lower down. And here we go, second side. So you're gonna kick that right leg back this time. Find your balance. When you're ready, extend that left arm. Good, right glute engaged. Toes to the floor, heel towards the sky. Crown of the head reaching long. Good, you're holding for another 15 seconds. And last 10. Good, breathe, breathe, breathe. Another 3. Beautiful, go ahead and lower everything down. Take a moment, reset. Now from here, I'm going to pause the timer for just a moment. I'm going to walk you through our next movement, which is a bit of a challenge. It's going to be a, I just blanked on the name. Let me just show you, and maybe it'll come to me. We're going to go right knee to left wrist, a sit out. There we go. And then just like we kind of did in our warm up, you're going to extend that right leg. Then from here, you're going to rotate open, okay, and just gently drop that hip down. So here's what I don't want you doing. Okay, don't do that. We're just going to tap gently, and then you're going to press into your hand, unwind, come back to that tabletop, that short plank, knees down for a moment if you need it before we switch, okay? We're just going to be going for 30 seconds, so it's a short round here. We'll start here in 3, 2, and 1. Begin. So right knee, left wrist. Extend, open, just gently drop that hip down. Good. Unwind, come back to center, second side. Knee to wrist, unwind, drop it down. Good. If this is a challenge for you, stick with that if it's going good. You're just gonna go knee to opposite wrist. All right, you have 10 more seconds, so this is option 2. If option 1 is not quite available for you today. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop everything down. Big toes to touch, knees open wide, hips toward the heels. Yeah, we got right into it today. I warned you, a couple breaths. Good, so we're gonna do that whole sequence 2 more times. You're gonna come back to your tabletop. Now we're getting ready for that short plank again. So just making any adjustments as needed if you find you need some more padding or more support. If this version of plank is just not working for you today, you're always welcome to come to any modified version. So plank here, here, forearms, all right, if the wrists are getting to be too much, all right? Otherwise, if you've been building on these movements, I encourage you to challenge yourself a little bit here, but of course, not at the expense of hurting yourself, right? It's not worth it. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, draw that belly button in, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, come on up. We're holding that short plank. Good, now again, remember, you're allowed to come down, reset, rotate those armpits in towards each other, reach the crown of the head forward, pull the belly button in and come back up. Yeah, the arms are getting a lot of love here too, so are the quads. And you know, the core is not just our abdominals, right? The core is really the core of what keeps us balanced and able to move throughout our days. So try to always incorporate some other areas as well. Good, if you need that break, go ahead and take it. Starting to heat up here, we got about 20 more seconds. So if you're taking that break, let's come on up, rotate those armpits in, pull the belly button in. Good, you're holding for another 15 seconds. You got it, breathing through that shape. Now we're gonna go right into that bird dog. We're gonna go with the right leg first. You'll start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Right away, kick that right leg back. Left arm forward. Good, breathe. Pull that belly button in, you got it. Beautiful, crown of the head reaching forward. Now stay strong here, you have another 10 seconds, then we're gonna switch sides. I know that right arm's feeling it too. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower everything down. Whew. Quick little reset here, then we're gonna switch sides. So just adjusting as needed. We are gonna stretch out those wrists a little bit later here too. So just know that that's coming. Left leg goes long, right arm reaches forward. Good, find that balance. Pull the belly button in, crown of the head reaching forward. Good, you have 15 more seconds. Staying strong here for your last 10. Last 3. Hand time, beautiful, lower everything down. You have 10 seconds here, roll those wrists out if you need to. We're getting ready to go into those sit outs. We'll start here in 3, 2, and 1. Now again, option 1, knee to opposite wrist, hold and squeeze, bring it right back. Option 2, you're going for that full sit out. Good, use that breath. Maybe exhaling as you bring yourself back to center. Again, just do the best you can. This is meant to be a challenge. You have about 10 more seconds. Good, keep it going. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, go ahead and bring it back. Drop those knees down. Big toes to touch, knees open wide. Send it back. Catch your breath, stretch it out. Whew, just one more round and then we'll switch it up. We'll give those arms a bit of a break. We'll stretch out those wrists. All right, here we go. Go ahead and come on forward. We're gonna start that final round in about 10 seconds. So we're back to our short plank. Final round, you won't have to do these again for the rest of the week if you don't want to. We're gonna start here in 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Now, key here, remember remember to keep that booty down, so we don't want to be here, right? Right here. And that means you come down, you reset, take a moment, and then come back up. It's all good. Good, you're about halfway through. Coming on down, taking that break if you need it. Reset, catch your breath. Just 20 more seconds here. Let's go ahead and curl those toes under. If you were down, pull the belly button in, knees come up. Good, 15 more seconds. Puff up through the upper back as well. Nice and strong here, last 10. Now we're going right into that bird dog. You're gonna go left leg back first. We start here in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, right away. Left leg goes long, right arm reaches forward, hold. Good, breathe, breathe, breathe. Draw that belly button in. Good, you're doing great. About 15 more seconds here. Coming up on your last 10. Good, stay with me. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, lower everything down. Whew. Quick little reset with the hips a little side to side if you need it. Second side here in 3, 2, right leg goes long, and 1, left arm reaches forward. Good, keeping that back foot flexed. Toes to the floor, heel towards the ceiling. Good, make sure those hip bones are even. Crown of the head reaching forward. You have about 10 more seconds. Good, breathe, breathe, breathe. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower everything down. Take a moment. Final round of our sit-outs, okay? Again, just working with wherever you're at. We go here in 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Knee to opposite wrist, or knee to opposite wrist. Kick out, open, tap that hip, bring it back. Good, like I said, this one was meant to be a challenge for you, so just do what you can. 10 more seconds. Good, keep going, we're almost there. Last 3. And that is time. Whew. Nicely done. Let's go big toes to touch, knees open wide. Send your hips back towards your heels. Take a moment, stretch it out, catch your breath. Just let yourself relax here. Relax the arms. So just letting that first round go. Awesome. When you're ready, go ahead and come on up. We're going to stretch out those wrists a little bit, and then we're going to make our way to standing. Go ahead and flip your right palm around so that the fingertips are facing you. Left hand with the fingertips pointing straight ahead. Now from here, you're just going to start to send your hips back slightly. And you should start to get a really nice stretch through the forearm and through the wrist. And just a couple breaths here. Good, and then you're going to rotate your right hand so that your fingertips are pointed out towards the right. And you're just going to breathe here. Beautiful. Now you're going to flip your fingertips forward, and then you're going to flip the hand around so that your palm is facing up, fingertips pointed towards you. And you're going to breathe here, just placing that back of the palm down onto the mat. You should feel this a little bit more through the forearm, top of the wrist. Good, and then when you feel ready, you can just shake it out. Awesome, then we'll switch sides. So left fingertips are around, facing towards you. Right wrist just right underneath that right shoulder. Couple breaths here. Awesome, then go ahead and turn those left fingertips out towards the left. Couple breaths here. Beautiful, then left fingertips forward, then flip the palm around so the palm is facing up, fingertips pointed towards you. Just gently pressing into the mat, stretching out the top of the wrist and the forearm. Awesome. From here, we're just going to make our way to standing. So curl the toes under, send the hips up and back. Walk your feet to your hands, put your hands to your feet. Bend your knees, take a spinal roll all the way up. Awesome. Shake it out a little bit, and we'll get started with our second circuit. So we're going to do this one standing. I'm just going to reset our timer here. There we go. So we're going to start here in about 15 seconds, coming to stand on the mat. Now we're going to be doing a releve or a calf raise, if you will. So feet are going to be hip width apart, and then in 3, 2, and 1, we're going to lift the arms up as we raise to the balls of the feet, and we're just going to hold here today. Now we're going to be here for a minute, so as the rounds progress, we can add in some other challenges along the way, but for this round, we're just going to start to stay here. Yeah, and you might see, right, my ankles kind of going out to the sides. You might be experiencing that too. Just try to fight to stay balanced. Try to keep bringing those ankles in towards each other. If you lose it, you need to come down, shake it out, come back up. All good. You have about 30 seconds here. Good, yeah, it takes a lot of strength in the feet, a lot of strength in the ankles too, but this is great strengthening for both of those areas. You have about 20 more seconds here. And it can be helpful to look at a point that isn't moving. So maybe just finding a spot on the wall, just focusing your attention there. Good, last little bit here. That's 3. Beautiful, just gently release everything down. Right away, you're gonna kick that right leg back. Okay, and we're gonna come into a warrior 3 pose. Now, if you got that, you can stay where you are. Otherwise, I'm going to turn to the side. Our right leg went straight back, chest came forward. So almost same position we had in our bird dog, but we're standing on one leg now. Okay, your hands can be down by your sides. They can be out to the sides. Or for more challenge, you're going to take them up above your head. Good, now from here, you're going to slowly, slowly, slowly come back to stand. Ooh, lower that foot down, shake it out. We're going to switch sides. So start by shifting the weight. Now kick that left leg back. Bring your chest forward, hinge from your hips. Good. Try to make the hip bones, make sure the hip bones are even here so we're not opening out. Hips are square to the floor. Good. And then as you feel steady, you can start to add in some arms, taking them out to the side, up above the head. You have about 10 more seconds here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. You're going to come to stand, shake it out a little bit. Now this next one is going to be a bit of a challenge. We're going to shift our weight, bring our right knee forward. Now we're going to take it out to the side. Good. And then to the back, and then to the front. Good. And then you're just going to slowly lower down. Left knee comes up, out to the side, to the back, forward, and down. I'll show you from this side. Right knee up, out to the side, take it back, and forward, and down, and switch. Knee up, knee out, take it back, bring it forward, and down. Not so bad, right? But a little bit of a brain exercise there. All right, so we're gonna do that round 2 more times. We're gonna come back to our starting position. We'll start here in about 10 seconds. We're going to go back to that calf raise. Now I'm going to throw in some optional challenges here. If you're ready for them, go ahead and come on up. Good, and if you're good here, you're going to stay here. Otherwise, if you want a little more today, you're going to take fingertips to nose. Good, and then we're going to take it out and in. I know, right? Out and in. Just do the best you can. Find that spot to focus on the wall. Good. Keep wrapping the ankles in towards each other. A little bit of engagement through the inner thigh. Good. Belly button drawing in, core staying nice and tight. It's going to help you feel stable here. Good. Yes, calves are starting to burn, little muscles in the ankles are starting to burn. If you need a break, take it. And then just come back to it as soon as you can. Good. I'm just going to check the time here. Ooh, last 10 seconds. We're almost there. Now we're going to go left leg back right away in 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Left leg goes back right into that airplane. Good. Now make sure your hips are square to the floor. Arms can come out to the side or up above the head. Good, breathe. About 10 more seconds here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come on forward with control. Good, lower that foot down, shake it out. Setting up for that second side. Shifting the weight, sending that right leg back behind you. Bring your chest forward, find that flat back. Hips square to the floor. Good, arms out to the side or up above the head. Good, check in with the neck here. We're not dropping down, we're lengthening. Beautiful, 10 more seconds. Last little bit here for 3. Beautiful, go ahead and come to stand, take your time. Nice work, shake it out. And we'll go into those hip cars is what they're called. So we're gonna shift the weight to the right, left knee comes up. Good, take it out to the side, take it back, forward, and down. Good, switching sides, right knee up, out to the side, take it back, and forward. So there's no change happening in the knee, right? It's all coming from the hip. We're keeping that nice 90-degree angle throughout the whole movement. You might start to get some little pops and cracks here. Beautiful, that's time. Go ahead and shake it out. We just have one more round on that. We'll start here in about 10 seconds. So just readjusting the feet as needed, getting them right underneath the hips. Good, let's go ahead and take an inhale. Arms come up as we raise to the balls of the feet. Now you have the option to stay here. You have the option to stay here, or we have the option to take the arms out to the side. And we're gonna take one up, one down, and switch. Good, so just kind of throwing off our balance a little bit here. Staying nice and engaged through the core. Good, belly button drawing in. Keep wrapping those ankles in towards each other. Good, if you need a break, take it. You're about halfway through here. Good, keep reaching up with the crown of the head so we're nice and long here, long and strong. We have about 15 more seconds. Good, coming up on our last 10 here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now right leg's gonna go back right away. Lower the heels, kick that right leg back. Good, arms come forward or out to the side. Make sure those hip bones are even. Good, pressing evenly through all 4 corners of that bottom foot. You have about 10 more seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Slowly with control, releasing everything down. You can shake it out and switch sides, shifting your weight onto that right foot. Left leg's gonna go back. Hinge from the hips, bring your chest forward. Arms out to the side, or up above the head. Good, breathe, breathe, breathe. 15 more seconds here. And coming up on our last 10. That's 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Come back with control. Good, release, shake it out. Going into our hip cars. So we'll shift over to the left. Right knee comes up, we're going right into it, out to the side, and back, forward, and down. Beautiful, just like that. And again, it can be helpful to find a spot to focus on, especially as we're starting to get a little fatigued here. Oh, there we go. A little bit of brain exercise on this one as well. Last 3, and that's time. Beautiful. You can shake it out a little bit. Go ahead and meet me at the back of your mat. Taking an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms down, chin to chest. We're going to roll it down again, bone by bone. Pull that belly button in. Allow those knees to bend. And we're just gonna give ourselves a moment here to hang. So knees generously bent, chest resting on the thigh. Relax your head, relax your neck. Just take a couple breaths here. Beautiful. From here, just gonna go ahead and plant the hands, walk it out, come back to your plank. Drop the knees down, and take just a moment here. Now that move we did in our warm up with the side plank rotation, we are now getting ready to go into that. So this is probably going to be the most challenging movement today, I would say. Just do the best you can. If you find that you're not able to put that amount of pressure on the wrist, or if it's just not available for you today, you always have the option, I'll show you options here, to do this from the knees, okay? From the forearms. So you can hold and rotate. Hold and rotate, okay? Otherwise, you can just hold, drop down, drop the knee, extend that top leg, open up, come back. You can do this from the knees if you need to, rotate, open up, okay? So that's sort of an option 2 for you as well. Just feeling free to modify as needed. Otherwise, we are going to be going for that full version. Up on the hands, we're going to start here in about 10 seconds. So go ahead and set this up, wrist right underneath the shoulders. Nice big breath in. Go ahead and step those feet back. Find your plank. Good. Now you're going to take that right hand forward just a pinch. Rotate to the staggered legs. Good. Unwind, come back to center. Switch sides. Left wrist goes up just slightly. Right arm opens up. So just finding a nice flow here. Again, feeling free to drop this down to the knees. Keep going if this is working for you. Otherwise, I'll show you a modified version here. From the knees, forearm plank, right, tailbone tuck. Left leg's gonna kick back. We're gonna rotate towards the right, extend that top leg. Rotate down, find that forearm plank again. Turn that right arm in. Right calf out to the side. Good, left arm opens up, left leg extends, okay? So both options are great. We just have about 10 more seconds. I'll just finish off with here with you. If you're doing the modified version, we'll go in 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna come into a forearm plank. So if you were on the hands, go ahead and drop down. You can always take this option 1 from the knees here, or option 2 up on the toes. Good, if you want more challenge, we're gonna take arms out in front, palms facing up. Whew, about 10 more seconds here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead and push everything back towards your heels. Let's just do a quick recovery here. Stretch it out, lengthen that low back. Good, when you're ready, you can go ahead and come forward. Going back to that tabletop position. From here, making sure everything is right underneath your center here, you're going to kick that left leg back out to the side, and then we're going to take that left leg out to the left. Good, now you're going to stay here, otherwise you're going to reach your right arm forward and hold here. Good, if you're feeling good still, you're going to take that right arm out to the side and hold there. 10 more seconds. Good, breathe, breathe, breathe. You have another 5. Now with control, bring everything back to center, slowly lower down. Good, we're gonna switch sides here. So right leg goes back. And then we'll take right leg out to the right. Good, staying here if needed. Otherwise, you're gonna reach that left arm forward. And breathe here. Good, more still, left arm out to the side. Ready, have about 10 more seconds here. Last little bit, stay with me for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, bring everything back to center and slowly lower down. nicely done. Just take a moment here, shift the hips a little side to side. We're going to come back into that plank. Now we'll show you one more time modified. Go ahead and find that forearm plank on the knees. Okay, here we go. 1 minute has started. You're going to flip that right leg out towards the right, giving yourself a little kickstand. Rotate, extend that top leg. Bring it back to the forearms. Switch sides. So left leg goes out to that kickstand. Right leg extend, open up. Okay, if this is working for you, stay here. Otherwise, if you want more, we're finding that full plank position. And we're rotating to a staggered leg, bringing it back and switching sides. Good, if you're going for that full version, make sure you're getting onto the knife edges of the feet as you rotate on the inside edge. So you are shifting with us as we rotate out to the side. Good, last little bit here for 3. Beautiful, go ahead and come back to center. Drop everything down. Take a moment, reset. Hips to heels, stretch it out. Good, go ahead and bring it forward. We're going to find that forearm plank. We'll start here in 3, 2, and 1. So again, option 1, from the forearms and the knees, palms facing up. Option 2, toes down. Good, tailbone tucked, crown of the head reaching forward. Both options are great. My 3rd core workout in a row here, so I'm going to stick with the knees. And now I have a 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and push yourself up wherever you are. Find that tabletop. Now kick that left leg back this time. Good. Go ahead and take it out to the side. Staying here. Otherwise, reaching that right arm forward if you want a little more. Right arm out to the right. Good. Try not to let that left hip sink down. Even hip bones here as well. Crown of the head reaching forward. We have about 10 more seconds. Good. Now go ahead and bring everything back to center. And slowly lower down. Excellent work. Getting ready for that second side. Go right leg back this time. Right leg out to the side. Good. Hold and breathe. Reach that left arm forward. Good. Left arm out to the side. More seconds. Good, stay with it. Slowly start to bring everything back and lower down. Beautiful, take a moment, shift the hips a little side to side. We just have one more round, you're doing great. Now you've seen both options. I'm gonna go ahead and start with that full version. Otherwise, taking that modified version if you need it today. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. So finding that full plank with modified plank. Rotating, moving it back. Now on this last round, I know we're getting a little tired here, but we really try to move with as much control as possible. Slow, steady movement. That was a little extra. You don't have to add that in. Just a nice smooth transition back to that forearm plank. Or excuse me, high plank here. Good, we have about 20 more seconds. Coming up on the last 15. Good, last 10. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop those knees down. Let's just do a quick recovery here. Hips to heels, stretch it out. Good. Coming into our forearm plank. Go ahead and set it up. Here we go. Timer has started. Option 1 from the knees. Option 2 from the toes. Good. Crown of the head reaching forward wherever you are. If you're on the knees, make sure we're not here, right? You're right here. You should feel those abs engage. 10 more seconds. Good, breathing through that shape for another 3. Exhale, push yourself up to tabletop. Right leg goes back this time. Take it out to the side. Left arm forward. Good, breathe. Left arm out to the side if you want some more. More seconds. Good, coming up on your last 10. Almost there, go ahead and bring it back to center. And slowly lower down. Ooh, nice work. Here we go, last time on that second side, right leg goes back. Out to the side, or left leg, excuse me. Right arm forward. Good, hold and breathe. Halfway through. Good, last 10. And slowly lower everything down. Beautiful, big toes to touch. Knees open wide, hips to your heels. Just starting to let everything go here. Pressing the forehead down, slowing down your breath, slowing down your heart rate. Good, when you're ready, go ahead and come up slightly. Take your right hands over to the right, stretch it out. And then we'll walk left hands over to the left, stretch it out. Good, let's go one more time down the middle. Beautiful, when you're ready, back to tabletop. Just a few cat-cows here, exhale to round. Inhale to unwind. Good, 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. Back to neutral. Curl the toes under. Send your hips up and back. Walk your feet to your hands. Step the feet as wide as your mat. Coming into a forward fold here. Knees generously bent, chest resting on the thighs. Shoulders away from the ears. Relax the head, relax the neck. Try to keep the weight in the balls of the feet. Just taking a few breaths here. Beautiful. When you're ready, bend your knees. We're going to take a spinal roll all the way up. That comes up last. Beautiful. We'll just go a few arm circles here just to open everything up a little bit. Awesome. Go ahead and take your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, roll those shoulders back. We're getting a lot of love today, so we'll just give them a little bit of attention here. Dive forward. Let the hands fall towards the back of your head. Knees bent. Good. Release the hands all the way down to the back. Hands down to the floor. Bend your knees, spinal roll all the way up. Good, keeping the feet a little bit wider than hip width. We're just going to finish off with a spinal twist here. So just gently swinging side to side, letting the arms go wherever. Eventually slowing it down and bringing it back to center. And we'll close out with a couple of cleansing breaths. When you're ready, nice big inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. Good, 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let it go. And 1 more, biggest breath of the day. Inhale, reach. And exhale, let it go. Shake it out. Leave it all on your mat. Awesome work today. I hope that you enjoyed this balance and core workout. As I said, a bit of a challenge on this one, so definitely stick with this and keep building on these movements and know that you will get better over time. It was wonderful moving with you, and I look forward to see you again next time. Take care. Bye now.